Hey guys, so today you're really going to want to take notes. You're going to have a special formula you're going to need to use, a distance formula. So you're going to want to get scratch paper. You're going to want to write it down. It's going to look complicated today. Not going to lie. It's going to look complicated, but it's really not. So what we're talking about is distance on a coordinate plane. And we know that the coordinate plane is the graphing paper, the graphing type stuff. So we're going to find if they give you a point here, let's say, okay, look, here's this beautiful coordinate plane. Isn't that beautiful? It's beautiful, right? So let's say they give you a dot here and whatever coordinates, and then a dot here, whatever coordinates. You're going to have to find what's the distance here, okay, because we can't count halves or whatever. So I'm going to show you how you can find the distance on a coordinate plane. Okay, so basically kind of like the Pythagorean theorem, but without all the information. And this is on a coordinate plane. Okay, I promise it looks hard, but I promise you it's not. If you write down the formula. Ta-da! Okay, here's our distance formula. Obviously, D stands for distance. Yeah? Okay, so what you're going to do is they're going to give you the two coordinate points, and you're going to have an x2 and an x1. This is kind of like slope, finding the slope, y2 minus y1 over x. It's a little bit different. So we're going to take the x2. So you're going to want to set your coordinate points up like this, like we did. And we have x and y. I like to label them. And this is your first one, second one. So you'll do x2, whatever number you have here, x2 minus x1. And then we're going to square it, and then you're going to add it to y2 minus y1, square it. Then you're going to take the square root of all that. And you know what? That would be so difficult if you didn't have a calculator. But you guys are so lucky to live in this country, to live in America, to live in Texas, and get a calculator to do your math. Because other kids around the world, they're starving for calculators. They don't have them. But you get them. You're blessed, so use them, okay? My calculator. All right, so here are our 2 points. We have 2 and positive 5, and then we have negative 4 and positive 3. These are x and y. We'll say this is our first x group, first set of coordinates, and this is our second set. All right, so I'm just going to plug my values in at this point. Okay, so we're just plugging it in. Guys, I am telling you, don't rely on plugging this into your calculator. You need to write this down and use your calculator. I get that you guys can use a calculator now, and y'all think, oh, I get to use a calculator. I don't have to work the problems out. You do. You have to write them out, okay? So y'all got to start making sure that you're writing out these problems. Okay, so x2, here's my x's. So x2, which is negative 4 minus positive 2, and we're squaring that. And then y2, here's my y's right here. These are my y's. y2, 3 minus 5, and we're squaring that. And then we're going to take the square root of all that. So first you got to do like order of operations, parentheses first. So we got to do what's inside these parentheses, okay? All right, so in my calculator, I'm going to write negative 4, even though I can do this in my head, minus 2. And you get negative 6 squared plus 3 minus 5, negative 2 squared. All right? And we're going to square root all that. All right, so negative, I'm going to put this in parentheses so I don't get it wrong. Parentheses, negative 6, and I'm squaring it. You get positive 36 plus negative 2 squared is positive 4. Make sure you put them in parentheses, okay? And we're doing the square root of this, okay? 36 plus 4 is 40. So we're going to find the square root of 40. So put in the second square root, 40, enter, and we get D, the distance is 6.3, can't really see mine, 2, 4. We're going to go 1 decimal place. So the distance is 6.3, okay? All right, guys. The next one I want you to try on your own, okay? So we'll do a couple more. Okay, so please do me a favor. Try to do this on your own, see if you can get it right. All right. So here's our x and y coordinates. This is our first set, -4 and +2. Our second set of coordinates is -4 and -9. All right. So all I'm going to do is plug them in first. Okay. So at this point, try to plug them in and just see if you get it right. Right now, this is practicing without penalty. So if you get it wrong and you're not getting what I get at the end, then I can come over and help you and we can see what you're doing wrong. It's not a big deal to get it wrong right now. But when you do your quizzes assignment, then that is a problem if you're getting them wrong because you're going to continue to get them wrong, okay? So make sure, and if you're virtual, all you have to do is email me, okay? All right, maybe send me some pictures of your work. All right, so here is my x's right here. This is my second x. Oh, let me get a different color. Okay, do this green. All right, so D equals, and we're going to do -4 minus -4, close parentheses, square it, plus -9 minus +2 squared, and square root of all that. Okay, so in my calculator, I'm writing down exactly this. I'm going to do -4 minus -4, close, enter. And I got 0, okay? 0 squared plus. Then I have -9 minus 2, and I get -11 squared, okay? D equals, and, okay, so we know 0 squared, if you put it in your calculator, you're going to get 0, but just do it 0. So now we have 0 plus, and if you put open parentheses right here, -11, close parentheses, square it, you're getting 121, okay? Okay, 0 plus 121 is 121. And we need to do the square root of that. Y'all should know what the square root of 121 is. 11. So the distance on this one is 11, okay? So if you didn't get 11, raise your hand. Or I had to stretch up my voice there for a second, peeps. All right, joking. All right, so that was really smooth. Maddox, could you please hand me my calculator? All right, while I'm discussing this, oh, I'm glad that's not my calculator. Somebody else's. All right, so while I'm explaining this, all right, let's listen. I want you to write down the information, and I want you to pause from here and try to do this on your own, okay? So my coordinates are 5 4/10, or 5.4, and -3 2/10, or -3.2, however you want to say it. I'm not a big stickler about how you read a number. And 4 and -12, okay? So we're going to plug in. This is where I want you to try to do this on your own. This is the only way you're going to get them right. Okay, so we have D, and let's see, let's fill it in. Okay, 4 minus 5.4, and we're squaring it, plus -12 minus -3.2, and we're squaring that, okay? So, again, please try this on your own. All right, so now I'm gonna plug it in my calculator. 4 minus 5.4, and I got -1 4/10 squared plus. Okay, now I'm gonna put this one in parentheses. Actually, I need to have 2 parentheses right there. All right, -12 minus -3.2, close parentheses, enter, and I have -8.8 squared, okay? Then I'm going to do parentheses, -1.4, close parentheses, square it, and I get 1.96, and then I'm going to do another parentheses, open, -8.8, close parentheses, square it, and I get 77 and 4400. All right, so now I got to combine them by adding. Adding 1.96. And you get the square root of 79.4. All right, so now I'm square rooting this. 79.4. And you're going to get D equals 8.910, blah, 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 blah. We're only going to go one decimal place, and the 1's not going to do anything to the 9, so it's going to be 8.9 would be the distance on the coordinate plane for this set of coordinates. So hopefully you guys understand everything. If you don't, or if you do understand it, but you're still a little confused, there's the self-check part quiz in your textbook, in your online textbook, and you can quiz yourself before you even do the quizzes, okay? So if you feel like you want more help before you do something that's for a grade that goes in your grade book, check out the self-check quiz or even the tutoring videos in the textbook, online textbook. If you're not into that, ask me. I will help you.